The entry requirements vary slightly from apprenticeship to apprenticeship depending on which level you want to apply to here at Vodafone, but as a minimum we ask that candidates have a grade C or above in Maths and English GCSE or the equivalent grade. If you are then looking at specific levels, for example a level 6 will then have an A level grade minimum requirement. However, if you're interested in finding out more specifically about the different levels that we run at Vodafone and the entry requirements, you can do this by heading to our careers website, careers.vodafone.co.uk. So the online provider that we use is Blackpool and Fly College. This is all run virtually, so you're not expected to travel up to Blackpool to complete your apprenticeship qualification. And if you're completing a degree level apprenticeship, this is awarded by Lancaster University. We do offer a number of summer and industrial placements. Summer placements are 3 months long, industrial placements are a year long. Also offer work experience programs. At the moment these are all run virtually. In the past they have been physical, but obviously due to COVID we've had to change our tact there. The programs that we currently run are Innovators, which is a week-long program run 3 times a year around school holidays. We also run one-day events like Code Like a Girl and STEMettes as well. So in regards to the job on the apprenticeship programme itself, so when you come into the business you are put into a fully headcounted role, a full-time employed position with us here at Vodafone. So when you complete the apprenticeship qualification you will still remain in that role, however you are also then able to look for something else internally if you feel ready for a change in role or a career move. Culture at Vodafone I personally think is great. We have quite a supportive and inclusive culture here at Vodafone. If you come onto the apprenticeship programme you'll have the support to be able to succeed on the programme and opportunities to kind of push your development and kind of develop your learning and skills. So if you're someone that's willing to kind of work hard and really wants to succeed, then this is absolutely the environment for you. So in regards to making your application stand out, we have quite a basic application form, so we just request kind of the entry requirements at the application stage. However, for the video interview stage, which follows, I'd make sure that when you're answering those questions, you think about what the question is asking you, you follow the STAR technique in response to answering the question itself. We also like to see candidates that come across as enthusiastic, quite positive, someone who might demonstrate some curiosity, someone who's quite happy to challenge the status quo. But more than anything, what we really want to see is someone who's got the potential to succeed and have, hopefully an excellent career with us here. So our application process is, as I mentioned, a basic entry requirements application form. Then you'll complete some online assessments and the video interview. If successful with the video interview stage, you'll then be invited to a virtual assessment centre. The virtual assessment centre is made up of a number of exercises and it lasts 1 day. So in regards to kind of relevant qualifications, in theory, it doesn't matter if you want to do a software engineering apprenticeship with us without kind of maths or computer science. However, there are as I've mentioned, minimum entry requirements that you need to complete in order to be considered for the programme itself. And all that we ask is that you've not completed a similar qualification or the same qualification at a higher level previously.
Hi everyone, I'm Mark. I'm a network engineer apprentice with Vodafone. Started in October 2020. So for me, I think It was all about learning new skills, developing myself, and being able to study new things. So prior to starting with Vodafone, I was a telecommunications engineer, working predominantly on PBX systems, so your phone systems inside offices and buildings. So for me, it was to learn something new about the mobile world, just really to cross that boundary. Really difficult for me to go into university and study, or college, due to the fact of having two young children. I feel like an apprenticeship was the way forward personally, um, and it allowed me to study whilst working and also receive a good wage to support my family. The reason I chose Vodafone was because it's a really well known company. They've got lots of employees, very good benefits, and I'm glad I did. Um, Maybe in some aspects, but I don't see it for being any of the bad reasons. Obviously, I'm 30 years old. I'm a slightly more mature student, and for me, I'm happy to learn and study at my own pace. Uh, you know, Vodafone are great at supporting you, so I don't feel like I've missed out on any learning. Um, the tutors as well, they're fantastic. They really help you to push yourself, and push you and drive you to make good choices within the workplace. Um, I think if it was me, would I go back to university? Probably not. I think for me, an apprenticeship has been the way forward for sure. Vodafone company culture is a large part of the business. We're very, very diverse. I believe there's about 137 different nationalities work for Vodafone. Um, we have just under 100,000 full-time employees and over 10,000 equivalent contractors across 19 markets. With the different nationalities working with the business, as I said, we are a very diverse business. Um, I deal with colleagues in India, colleagues in Portugal. Um, Everyone's great. We all get it done together, and that's one of the Vodafone mottos. Um, Basically, together we can create a place that everyone can work and truly be themselves and belong. The university work isn't too bad. I quite enjoy it. I was never a college or university person. Didn't really like school very much. I was more of a hands-on, get it done kind of person, and I really feel like I learn better when I'm engaged. And for me, that helped with my university work. Vodafone are great. They give you a lot of time to study. You don't have to study in your own time, although I did choose to try and get the apprenticeship finished quicker, and did study in my own time. There's a lot of support comes from not only the people you work alongside, your colleagues you deal with on a daily basis, your managers support you, and also the support that comes from the provider of your apprenticeship or degree. Now that can vary depending on location. For me, it's a company called QA, and they have been fantastic in supporting me to develop and help me get my university work complete. So during my application process, wrote a cover letter, basically spoke about what I do at the weekend, my family, where I want to be in a couple of years' time, how you plan to do that. So I think I spoke about if I did get the apprenticeship, I would use my own time to study and just to explain who I am, and let the person on the other end of the computer know that. Times have changed where face to face interviews are no longer the first point of contact in a business, and that was the reason that I used a cover letter. It gave me the opportunity to speak to the person without seeing them, and I personally think that was what helped me with my application. Um, Truthfully, I wouldn't say so. I've been very lucky to get through my apprenticeship quickly. I've been kind of studying in my own time. Um, I get the support that I need from the business. If I was falling behind or if I was struggling on something, um, I would just ask for help, and I know that help will be there. So I personally don't think that I have been stressed out at all about being an apprentice at Vodafone. Um, there may be times in any working environment that things can get stressful, but no, I think the colleagues and the lecturers would certainly be there to help me. One big one for me, and it's always been something that I've really thought, and it is, if you go to university, yes, you'll get good qualifications, you'll meet some lovely people, some nice friends. Um, I think the main one is you won't get the hands-on experience. So actually being in a working environment, in a corporate environment where you're learning to not only develop your working skills and your career um, with your academic situation, but with emails, speaking to people, being in meetings, being involved from a very early early stage in your career with large decisions within a team really helps to develop you as a person, and that's the big one for me. That's why I would choose an apprenticeship over university. There's also other reasons such as being able to develop yourself on the job. So use the information that you're of your learning and your working environment for your apprenticeship. So an easier explanation for that is if you've been involved in some form of exercise within your team. For me, for example, a cell tower, um, designing that or helping towards designing that. I can use the information, the technical specifications of that within my apprenticeship. That really helped me to speed through my university work.